Welcome, everybody. We're doing another fun episode of Indie Reads Aloud. Spring is happening. It's starting to get sunnier and warmer. All the more why we should start finding new books to curl up in underneath trees. Today, Stacy Schilling is here with us. I've never met Stacy before, so this is fun. Welcome, Stacy.
Hi, thank you for having me, Diana.
I'm so glad you're here. I love children's literature because I think it's really, really important that we share stories of our lives with little ones. And I love that little people learn about life through storytelling. So tell me, how did you decide one day that you were going to write children's books?
Really not really decided. I actually wanted to write a book for a really long time, and I wrote a book, but it was an adult book. So it was like half graphic design, half my career as a graphic designer. And when I got some feedback on chapter one in the table of contents, I didn't know what to do with it, so I shelved it. And one day when I was helping other women navigate the process and how to take care of their wavy curly hair, I thought to myself, if I'm helping all these women take care of their wavy curly hair, who's helping the kids?
Yeah, good question.
And I'd been working with kids since I was 12. I started babysitting. So I've been working with kids throughout my life. And I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll get into writing a children's book. And I took an online course for 5 days through Storyteller Academy. They had those free master classes.
Yeah, I've heard great things about them.
Oh, they're fantastic. So this
Yeah.
was maybe the third or fourth time that I was listening to one of their master classes, and they had all their courses for 50% off. And I decided I'm
So
going,
why not? Right?
I bought one course. I'm like, just one course and work with the one course. I didn't even finish the course.
Wow.
I bought the course, I started it, the ideas literally came, and I didn't even finish the course because I had to run with the ideas. So I still haven't finished the course. I probably should go back and finish it because it's a
You should
self-paced
probably
course.
go back to it because then you'll pick up more fun things.
Exactly, and things
Yeah,
that I can use for new children's books that I'm working on.
sure.
And I got put into, and what happened was I actually started the illustrations first.
Okay.
And so I created the characters, and I'm like, well, I can be a character because I have wavy hair. So I made myself a character. Then I made my aunt a character. And then I made my friend's granddaughter a character. And then I started making the other characters. So three of them are based on real people, four of them are just made up.
Okay.
Once the characters were created, I was put into a critique group through Storyteller Academy. So as I was going through the critique group of my story and my ideas, I want to do like one big book, but I was cautioned and they said, well, here's the problem. It's too big for young kids to read it. Like
Hmm.
there's too much. So you have to
Sure.
cut it down. So what I decided to do was take every step in the process and make every step its own book.
That's a great idea.
So that way you can purchase each book, individually or together. Some of them are standalones, some of them kind of go in the series. And that was
Well, it's
kind
a
of the idea.
nice way to chunk it down for little people to understand.
Yeah, because I didn't realize that a big book was going to be too much for a younger kid. So I was like, okay, that makes more sense. And as I was working through, I was trying to figure out the name of the characters and like what to call the group of them. And
Yeah,
I kept saying what the frizz, and I was like, well, why don't I just call them the Frizz Girls? So I named them the
it's
Frizz Girls
perfect.
because one of the things that we have issues with wavy, curly, coily, and kinky hair is frizz. So it's common across our hair textures. So that's why I named the girls the Frizz Girls. And so I wrote the stories and I broke them down. And then in the critique group, someone said, you need to tell your story. What is your story? And I was like, okay,
Mm.
what is my hair story? So I had to really think about how can I take my story, but condense it in a format
For
for
little
kids.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's pretty lengthy. My hair story is pretty lengthy. So I didn't include everything of what I've done to my hair growing up. I figured I could probably do another book later on if I wanted
Oh,
to.
yeah. Yeah.
But I did the gist of what my journey was.
Okay. This is
And
very cool. This is such a unique approach to mentor children through something that most of us take for granted or don't think about. So I'm really excited that you are working on a topic that might be either forgotten or maligned along the way. And you're helping little people to be seen, which I really, really like.
well, and you have to think about it too. Wavy and curly hair was not really like, it was kind of frowned upon for a really long time. And growing up myself and many other women, we experienced a lot of like, you know, brush your hair, it's frizzy, your hair doesn't look right. Some of us, like myself, were forced to cut our hair young, and cut it short and keep it short because, parents didn't know how to take care of our hair
Oh, and
or
it's a
didn't
lot of
ask for help.
effort, and there's, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't want kids to go through what I had gone through. We also have moms who have stick straight hair that have no idea when their hair has wavy, your kid has wavy curly hair. You also have to think about grandparents and foster care, kids that are
And
put into foster care.
dads,
Yeah, exactly. And dads
yeah, yeah,
and it's to help them but also help their kids learn how
sure.
to take care of their hair so they can have the confidence. They say, no, that's
It's
not out to take care of my hair.
it's about acceptance for everybody on the
Exactly.
inside and on the outside. I'm super excited to hear this book. I know you're going to share your screen and show the pictures while you read.
Yes.
So when you are ready, please go ahead, take the microphone and read aloud from Stacy Learns to Love Her Wavy Hair, and you can too.
Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Let me move this out of the way. Stacy learns to love her wavy hair, and you can too. This book is dedicated to every woman that grew up thinking, believing, and being told their hair was frizzy, messy, or there was something wrong with it because you were never taught as a child how to take care of your wavy or curly hair. May you have peace knowing you were never alone and it was never your fault. Dear wavy or curly kiddo, when I was 9 years old, I didn't know how to take care of my long wavy brown hair. My mom used to fix my hair for me. She'd put it in a ponytail, side ponytail, pigtails, or clip the sides back with colorful plastic barrettes shaped like bows. She never showed me how I could do it myself. And there I am. One day, she started talking to me about cutting my long wavy brown hair. She would not stop talking about it. Cut your hair, 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 cut your hair. While my mom and I were shopping for new plastic ponytail holders with colorful balls on either side, she looked at me and asked for the millionth time, do you want to cut your hair? I said, yes, but I didn't really want to cut my hair. I love my long wavy brown hair, but I didn't want my mom to be mad at me. She made an appointment for me at the Yellow Balloon in Westwood, California. I remember sitting in the yellow vinyl chair looking at the calm, quiet hairdresser, questioning my choice to cut my hair. I remember her saying to my mom while playing with my long, wavy brown hair, but it's so beautiful. And my mom replied, she wants it cut. Deep down inside, I didn't want to cut my long, wavy brown hair, and I was too scared to say no or I changed my mind. So the hairdresser slowly cut off my long, wavy brown locks one at a time. Snip, snip, snip. After she finished cutting my hair, I looked at myself in the mirror and I saw that I now had ugly, short, feathered brown hair. I felt sad, but my mom was happy. When I was a teenager, I decided to let my ugly, short brown hair grow long. Soon my long waves were back, and I loved my hair because I felt like myself again. I was so happy until I moved to Kentucky. My dad's job was relocating to Kentucky, and I had to go because I was under the age of 18. In Kentucky, the weather was so hot and humid during summer that my long wavy brown hair would grow and grow and grow and grow and grow to twice its size. It was also very frizzy. I was very sad because I didn't know how to fix my hair in that type of weather. That made me very sad. I felt like I looked so ugly with big, poofy, frizzy hair. Years later, when I became an adult, I got to move back to my hometown of Los Angeles, California. I was very happy. It was always sunny and warm. There was little humidity. It hardly ever rained there. And most important, no snow. My long wavy brown hair always looked perfect. My waves were never frizzy, and I loved my volume. After 7 years living in Los Angeles, I had to move back to Kentucky for work. I was very sad because I knew my hair would get big and frizzy again in summer. I didn't want big, frizzy hair again. So I decided to start straightening my hair because I didn't want big, frizzy hair. I use hair products with silicones, the wrong brushes, combs, flat irons, curling irons, and high heat from the hair dryer daily to make it stick straight. I went from a 2C to a 1A. The ends of my hair were very dry and damaged from the constant use of heat tools every day. I also had tons of split ends on my hair, even as many as 16 on one hair. Yes, I counted the number of split ends on my hair. I was happy because my hair wasn't frizzy anymore, but my waves were gone for good. I now had straight, plain brown hair. I didn't see myself in the mirror. I saw someone else I didn't know. Stacy was gone, and so were her long, pretty brown natural waves. I was sad that I was no longer me. One day I saw a picture of a friend with large wavy hair. She has straight brown hair, but used all kinds of hair products and heat tools on her hair to get waves. I was jealous. I had hair like that, and it didn't require all this work. I made a decision that I wanted my long, wavy brown hair back. Right away, I decided to learn how to take care of my wavy hair, and I would do whatever it took to see my pretty waves again. First, I had to determine my hair type so I would know what products would work on my wavy hair. Then I also researched about different types of ingredients in hair products and how they can affect my wavy hair. One thing that kept coming up in my research was silicones and how bad they are for wavy and curly hair. Basically, silicones will coat your hair, making it smooth, silky, and shiny, which is good if you have straight hair. But with wavy or curly hair, silicones are bad because they will make it harder for water to get in. Wavy and curly hair need lots of water, and they can also weigh your hair down by stretching your waves or curls. Now came the hard part. I had to try everything on my own hair. Oh, I dreaded this part because I didn't know how long it would take for my waves to come back or what products would work on my hair. It took me a full year to test everything out on my wavy hair. I tried so many different things: shampoos, conditioners, styling products, brushes, air drying versus hair dryers. differing styling methods for applying different products and drying. How to deal with my hair in all types of weather: hot air, humidity, dry cold air, rain, freezing rain, and snow. Ways to wear my hair to bed, how to fix my hair in the morning. Shoo! I was tired of doing all that work. I needed a nap. Zzz. I learned that my hair likes lots of water, products that contain protein, mixing hair care brands, high heat and air to dry my waves, the lock method, leave-in, hair oil, and curl cream or curl custard, products that have been around since the 80s, VO5 strawberries and cream shampoo and conditioner, and LA Looks Blue gel. Multiple styling products either together or separately, hair oil, curl cream or custard, gel and mousse, hair scrunchies, wearing a satin bonnet and using a satin pillowcase at night. I learned that my hair does not like heavy products that contain coconut oil or shea butter, products that contain silicones, certain hair care brands, adding styling products on dry or partially dry hair, using a regular comb or brush to remove tangles, humidity, regular ponytail holders, a regular bath towel to remove water. But I'm so happy I did it. Now I know what products, ingredients, and styling methods work on my long wave brown hair. Woohoo! Celebration time! Come on! Now, I want to share with you my little wavy and curly hair kiddos about how to take care of your wavy or curly hair. I want you to have beautiful wavy or curly hair just like I do. And so do the Frizz girl. And here they are: Rachel, Stacy, Shayna, Penny, Miranda, Keisha, and Cameron. The Frizz girls want to teach you how to love your wavy or curly hair like I love mine. I want you to feel educated, empowered, and excited about taking care of your wavy or curly hair. The Frizz girls and I are here to help you, and you will never be alone on this hair journey. So I hope my story has helped you learn how to love your wavy or curly hair. Sending you lots of love, Stacy. The end.
I forgot to turn my microphone back on. Thank you
That's
very
okay.
much. That was a great book. I love your enthusiasm. I love how you're allowing little girls with wavy hair to really feel empowered. I think this is a great story. Do you have more books either published or planned?
I do. So I have three more books in the series already published.
Okay.
Um, I also have a hair journal. This is more for like adults, so like 16 up. I also have, and I actually happen to be sitting right by me. I
Okay.
have scrunchies. So I have the Frizz Girl scrunchie.
Fun.
I also have the Heart scrunchie, which goes with our other book series, with the rest of our books. I also have, this is an adult version of our bonnet. So it's reversible. It's satin. So it's safe for wavy curly hair. So this is the hearts and it's reversible. And on the other side is the Frizz Girl characters.
Super fun. So tell me about the other three books in the series. What kinds of topics do you touch on just real quick in those books?
So the second book in the series is called What the Frizz: How to Take Care of Your Wavy or Curly Hair, Find Your Hair Type, starring the Frizz Girls. Basically, you have to learn to find what your hair type is in order to start this process. So
So
you
it's an
straight
adventure, kind of like a treasure hunt.
kind of like that. And the third book in this series is follows right that where it talks about no dry brushing, why we do not dry brush our wavy curly hair. Now, the fourth book in the series is really, really interesting. It's actually kind of a standalone, like my book that I just read.
Hmm.
This is actually the only book that I'm aware of that is actually out on the market. It is the ABCs of wavy and curly hair starring the Frizz Girls. So for every letter of the alphabet, there is at least one word that relates to wavy curly hair. So not only is there a word, there is a picture associated with that word. And in the back of the book, there is a glossary with all of the words and their definitions. So if you
Fantastic.
do
I
not
love it.
know,
I love it when authors come up with new approaches to the ABC concept. I think it's fantastic.
so I wanted to make sure it wasn't just ABCs for little kids,
Mhm.
but it was ABCs that relate specifically to hair, but also not just a word, but also a picture because people like to see things.
Right.
And then also, too, if you don't know what the word glaze is, what to do when you're glazing your hair, you can go to the back of the book and look up the definition and
Yeah,
find it
because
right
we don't want to get that confused with like cupcake glaze. That's a
there.
completely different thing.
Exactly, exactly. And
Right.
then one other interesting thing that I have in all my books that most people don't really know is
Uh-huh.
I have two fun activities, and each book is completely different. So I'll show you with my actual book here. So in the back of the book, there is actually every book has a fun little quiz at the back of the
Okay.
book.
Okay.
So
That's fun.
parents could ask questions to the kiddos about their hair and things about the story. And in the back of this book, also, there is also a coloring sheet. So
Awesome.
every book has a coloring sheet. And then, of course, in the back of my book is not all the pictures, but it has a number of the pictures of my hair care journey of what it took for my hair to go back from straight to wavy. So you can kind of
That's
see some of my
super
process.
cool. That is super cool. I just love the niche of these books. I think it's wonderful that, again, you're allowing little girls to see themselves in your work and to be bold and brave and strong about who they are. I think it's fantastic. I'm so glad to have met you. And I hope you'll come back and read the other books for me.
Oh, I would love to read the other books for you.
That would be great. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for sharing your story, and I look forward to having you back.
I look forward to coming back and thank you for having me again, Diana. I appreciate it.
Thank you anytime.